Okay, Billy Bob Thornton, the Coen brothers are moving to TV. I think they're just probably producing this. They're making a TV series out of their movie Fargo, and Billy Bob Thornton will star in it. So it'll be Billy Bob Thornton's entry into network television. That's certainly a specific world in Fargo that you can imagine being explored in multiple episodes with colorful characters.
Right. That show sounds like a really good idea. The fact that they're, they're taking a whole other crime. It's all, there's no characters from the movie in it, as far as I know. Although it would be interesting if Frances McDormand pops up in it as in one scene or one episode. But I think that's a really, really interesting idea. There's a lot of movies now that are being considered to be, as possible vehicles for television shows now. That's a big thing that's happening. So you'll see a lot more of those. And then also, I just read this great article on New York Times about how the movie studios are now going through their back catalogs and trying to find more movies to transfer into Broadway musicals. So I think
I saw that too. I don't know.
They're talking about doing The Sting as a musical, which I could see. I mean, it'd be interesting if they would do some of these as just straight plays. I think it'd be fascinating. There was one that they mentioned that I thought, oh, boy, that'd be better just as a play. Well, now they're talking about, Universal's doing Animal House and Back to the Future and The Sting as musicals. 20th Century Fox doing Mrs. Doubtfire, Devil Wears Prada, and Waitress. That's a surprising one.
I think now we're getting out of hand, though. I mean, it just sounds like...
Well, keep listening. Sony is doing Tootsie. Warner Brothers, Chocolate Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. Well, that makes kind of sense. And then they're also talking about doing Magic Mike as a stage, which is weird because why would you do Magic Mike? Why? I mean, if you were going to go see Magic Mike, and theoretically you would think there was mostly women going to see it, why wouldn't you just go to a real strip club or whatever? It's like going to a strip club, but not really. So you don't have the onus of swinking into the strip club.
Chippendales doesn't give you a story.
True.
And they don't sing their own numbers. I'm surprised Flashdance was never made into a Broadway musical.
Are you sure that it wasn't?
I don't know. I don't think so. They made Carrie into a Broadway musical. And they did that in the 70s, and it was such a disaster. And then they remounted it a few years back and had slightly more success because they reconfigured it, but it still didn't do very well. They did The Exorcist as a stage play. They did that with Brooke Shields a couple of years ago in L.A.
Wow.
Huh. I didn't
Brooke
know
Shields
that on Broadway they're doing... That's weird. I didn't know that they had... this season they're doing Rocky, Bridges of Madison County, Bullets Over Broadway, and Big Fish as musicals.
Wow.
And American Psycho.
Wow, that's really jumped the shark.
What movie would you like to see as a Broadway musical?
Well, they should do Moulin Rouge if, I don't know why nobody has done that, but that's already a musical. So let me try and pick a drama that I think would be
5 Minutes is Summer.
As a musical?
As a musical, just to be in the spirit of the spectacular now this week,
I don't know. Have they ever done Casablanca as a musical on stage? It seems impossible.
Why don't they do Lawrence of Arabia?
I mean, this
thing is a musical.
The movie could work as a musical because wasn't it based on it was based on a movie, but I think the movie was Everybody Comes to Rick was based on a stage play. So, and plus it is kind of, it takes place in only one place. So,
dun 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 dun. Of all the gin joints in all the world, why does she have to walk into mine? Dun, 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 dun.
Exactly.
I don't know. I think this is really, I do think, I saw this article too, and I read it, and I just think it really just debases all the movies personally, but.
I got one. Brazil. Brazil should be done as a musical.
If it makes people go watch the movie, I'm fine with it.
I think you're totally against the whole musical thing, aren't you?
It's not that I'm against it. But don't you think, though, it shows the same lack of creativity, the same lack of resources that's in the movie business?
Well, the one place that it does show creativity is that it's very difficult to transfer the feeling of a film onto a stage, especially considering a film like, has so many set changes and so forth. So there is a challenge to it.
Showa the musical. That's what I want. Showa the musical. I want that.
That would really work well on Broadway.
With music by the band Survivor.
Classic. I love it.
Manilow has an original musical, and he's had an impossible time getting it on Broadway. Nobody wants to do original anything anymore. They want to do revivals, or they want to do musicals based on premises that we already know.
And I guess that's about to, since we were just talking about it, that feeling is about to infect television as well.
Yeah.
Because TV is the big revival of TV has largely sidestepped this feeling of wanting to take something that previously exists and expand upon it, but it looks like it's going to happen there as well.